Drake's face.
So what does Dylan Drake have to do to retain the title tonight? How does he overcome the monstrosity of Malachi?
Well, he could do what he normally does and put a little bit of money in the referee's pocket, if you ask me.
Collar and elbow lockup again. Looks like Malachi's got the strength advantage here. But Dylan quickly reverses him. But again, Malachi pushes him off like a rag doll.
As much as I don't like Dylan Drake, he's one of the best. Dylan Drake has what it takes to retain the APW Universal Heavyweight title. He just has to get past the strength and the brutality of Malachi.
Looks like the early advantage here goes to Malachi as he's got Dylan Drake in that corner, roughing him up pretty good with forearm smashes. Now a rabbit punch to the back of the back.
Well, Malachi knows he has 5 seconds by the ref's count to keep him in that corner, and as long as he breaks contact,
big
he
knee
can
to
keep
the
him there
gut.
the whole match.
My gosh, he's just brutal in his attack. Double axe handle to the back. Now he's giving him a fist.
Well, I'll tell you what, from experience, nobody wants to get in the ring against Malachi.
Oh.
Malachi will beat, bruise, and
Now he's
blood
got
him.
his foot in his throat using the rope for leverage, all 285 pounds of Malachi.
Well, it doesn't look good for your golden boy of all pro wrestling right now.
Well, I'll tell you, would not be the first time that Dylan Drake has not looked good in the ring, and yet he always seems to hang in there. He overcomes the early adversity and has been champion for a long time in APW now.
He definitely has the fans behind him. And like I've said in the past, sometimes that's not a good thing. But for Dylan Drake, it's kept that title around his waist for a year.
Now, see, I think Malachi might have made a mistake there. He waited 15, 20 seconds. Just stood there and watched. Yeah, and that probably was enough to give Dylan the recovery time he needed.
See, Dylan Drake's using a closed fist right now, Roland. Come on, you know the rules. That's not legal in pro wrestling. Big crossbody, though.
Nice drop kick.
He's got Malachi
Got him
reeling.
reeling. He's reeling.
But Malachi's taking his time on the floor. Whoa! I guess you got to do whatever you have to, Roland, to keep that title.
Taking advantage of that crossbody he is. You know, he's won many a match with the crossbody.
But he's not going to win this match on the floor. Not against Malachi. You need to bring him in the ring. You need to take advantage of that. You need to put him on his back. You need to go for a cover, Dylan.
Yes, if I was Dylan, you got him hurt now. I would go get him and bring him back into the ring.
I wouldn't say you have Malachi hurt. I'd say you might have Malachi dazed, but you definitely do not have Malachi hurt right now.
Yeah, Malachi dropped his neck there over that top rope.
There it is, Malachi taking advantage. Carpe diem. He's seizing the moment. This is his shot right now.
But look at this. He's going to go for the sharpshooter.
That's a dangerous move to be put in, especially in the center of the ring, especially from Dylan Drake.
But he didn't have the inside shoulder yet.
And you have to hook the leg to pin the champ. Another big elbow drop. Dylan Drake's in a bad position right now, but Malachi is getting up a little slow. He might have put everything he had. He might have emptied the tank a little early.
Well, you got to remember, he's 285 pounds, so that tank has to have a little bit more than the average wrestler.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are watching All Pro Wrestling. You're watching the Universal Heavyweight Championship match here on Channel 50. And this is the best wrestling.
Threw him over the
this
top,
company has
and that was a rough bump there. Looked like the small of his back hit the edge of the ring. That edge of the ring, a lot of fans don't know, but the edge of the ring is one of the hardest parts of the ring.
The edge of the ring is just as bad as that concrete that they're standing on out there.
And to show you why, like, look at this, see? He knows the edge of the ring is hard. Slamming his back, his lower back into that edge of the ring.
And Malachi once again goes back to working over the back and working over the ribs of Dylan Drake. He has a game plan. The association came here to walk away with the APW Universal Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have over the last 9 to 12 months, and yet Dylan Drake answers the call every time.
And Malachi needs to beat him inside the center of the ring. He's not going to be able to get the title on the floor.
Oh, that was a little bit of a mistake there by Malachi.
Dylan Drake still knows where he's at, and he's showing it right now by moving out of the way. Malachi could have did some damage to that shoulder. Dylan's got to get on top of him and seize this opportunity.
And see, Looks like Malachi had him well scouted too, knowing that that's one of Dylan's favorite moves, the avalanche into the corner.
Well, when it's your forte, sometimes, if you go to the well too many times, sometimes you get caught up. Big cover, here we go.
This might
1,
be it.
2. Dylan still has
He
something
didn't get
left in
the
the
3
tank.
count, but I got to tell you how impressed I am at how Malachi takes a cover. He pins those legs back to the guy's ears, and that's exactly the way you're supposed to cover somebody.
Malachi knows the severity of what's on the line right now. It's the prize. It's the king of the mountain right now.
Now, at one time, Rick, in the 70s, the bear hug was a finishing move. We don't see that often anymore. It's used to wear down the opponent, but because of the punishment that Dylan Drake has taken and the fact that Malachi's 285, he hangs on to this bear hug. He could end up winning this match.
You're right, Ron, but Dylan's trying to fight out of it.
Oh, the big boot.
Misses
Dylan's
it
been
again.
able to avoid it.
That's the 4th time Malachi's tried to put that foot upside Dylan's face, and he's avoided it each and every time.
Now that back suplex seems like he's got the back of his neck hurt from that.
Here we go. He's going up top. This could be that crossbody we've been talking about all night.
He's very adept at it. Oh, it's a flying drop kick.
But he's not going for the cover. Malachi's putting enough punishment on him that he can't go for that
Well,
pin.
I think he wants to go for the cover. It's just that he just doesn't have it in him. His ribs are hurting. Now he stalled a little bit with the sharpshooter, and that might have a difference. He may not get it turned over.
If he can turn him over, this could be the end of it. Dylan
Sometimes-
Drake's beaten a lot with that sharpshooter.
Sometimes 2 seconds, Rick, is a lot in a wrestling match, isn't it?
3 seconds could be the match. Malachi's showing that he knows how to counter that move. He's still got a lot of life in him. Dylan's gonna have to pull out all the stops. Maybe going up top is the best thing Dylan could do against a guy like Malachi. But with a boot to the mouth like that, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Malachi gets a second win in this match, though. That could spell trouble for Dylan Drake. It looks like Malachi does have a second win.
He's back to the back once again. Working the ribs, working the back in that corner. See, Roland, the referee can administer that 5 count, but all Malachi has to do is break contact before putting more punishment in that
Stiff
corner.
punch to the chin.
What's he set him up for here, Roland?
I have
This
no
could be
idea.
bad.
My guess is some kind of suplex, maybe to work over that back again.
He's just beating him on the top turnbuckle. But Dylan's fighting back.
I don't know how much Dylan has behind those punches, though.
Well, enough to put Malachi down to the mat. There it is. There's that big cross body.
That's what he wanted.
But will he go for the cover?
Looks like he hurt his ribs doing it, though.
1, 2, and Malachi kicks out. You're watching a good one right now.
This is a very, very good match. Malachi has given Dylan probably the stiffest competition Dylan has had yet during his title reign.
Well, this is the winner of Gauntlet to the Gold and the APW Universal Heavyweight Champion. One man's going to walk away with it all. The other one is going to have to go back to the drawing board after tonight.
Right now, I think Dylan Drake has a big psychological advantage because as much as Malachi wore him down, Dylan Drake is still in this match.
Oh, and that's the boot. That could be it.
That's
If
usually
he
what
gets the cover, it's over, Roland.
that's usually what does
1,
opponents in.
2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a new APW Universal Heavyweight Champion.
Unbelievable. And it looked like Dylan was starting to make a comeback in that boot just out of nowhere.
I told you earlier, you can't prepare for that boot.
And the association in the ring, look, they're celebrating the victory.
Vinny's been waiting a long time to see Dylan Drake be defeated by someone from the
What's he
association.
doing with the belt? Is he licking that belt?
Malachi's unorthodox. Look at his beard.
Gosh, this is such an animal.
I'm Christina Bonnieri. This is Lester the Legend, and this is Adam Thornstone. We are the Reno Skunk. You're watching All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars, 11 a.m. on Saturday mornings.
Check it out on KFTY Channel 50. Digital 199.